Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El, and unfortunately, you guys know I've been following up on this. I've been giving you guys all the information. My friend is the head cheese in his GameStop, and you know, I got some bad news to give you guys. You know, we saw this coming, but I got some bad news to give all of us collectors, all of us that love to own physical games, some bad news. So let's get right into it. Okay guys, so about 2 years ago and a year ago and a couple months ago, I've been making videos about telling you how GameStop is pretty much kaput, you know, going out of business, and they're trying to reinvent itself constantly, trying to make new things to make this actually work. And they try hard, and I know I hear a lot of horror stories from a lot of people who hate GameStop, and you know, probably that's a GameStop around your areas. I have about maybe 20 GameStops around my area within my, you know, radius. And I can tell you I got some bad news about that, but I can tell you that I have some really good ones who don't pressure their salespeople to actually, you know, get people to, you know, rip them off or anything like that. They're really nice people, and they're really doing a great job, and it just kind of pisses me off because it's not just jobs that are going to go out, but it's a lot of talent right there that's going to pretty much be lost, and it's something that is like a utopia. Like, it's like Toys R Us when I was little. I remember I used to love going there, playing all the newest games. They used to have it so you guys could play it, you know, before even the game's released. And GameStop, what they're trying to do is they were trying to, you know, sell some merchandise. Hell, sell cell phones. You know, at one point, I think even beepers, they were selling at one of the stores near us. It was just so freaking weird. And, you know, they came out with all kinds of merchandise, all kinds of pops you can buy, even game-related or not game-related. And every little thing, even lightsabers, all kinds of things to try to reinvent themselves. And they try to reinvent themselves so many times, like I said. They, you know, and the problem is with the company is that even when they were suffering, they were opening up like 3 stores in one location, you know, within like walking distance, 10 stores within, you know, I remember in certain places in Queens, New York, they opened up like 5 GameStops when they were suffering. Like, it makes absolutely 0 sense. And it's like they had an idiot running it, and now somebody with a brain is running it. And unfortunately, right now, they're going to actually do something. They're doing already something, like I said before, and my friend was giving me more information about it. And, you know, all the underperformed stores are going to be, you know, closing out. So any type of store that's underperformed is going to be, you know, kaput. But now you start to understand they're gonna close, from what I read afterwards when I investigated more, 180 to 200 shops they're gonna close down. So what's gonna happen? So these guys were actually told that underperformed stores were gonna eventually close, and therefore, because of that, I think the ripoff was existing more in GameStop, where they were pressuring their, you know, their employees to market things and to, you know, get you to get involved in the memberships and all that crap. The problem is, I mean, we're still gonna have, you know, Target. We're still gonna have the Walmart. We're still gonna have all these big time stores that are gonna carry, you know, physical copies, of course. But the thing is, it's not going to be the same like walking into a GameStop, like a Funko Land that we had when that closed. I was so pissed off. You know, our kids are not going to be able to see how cool that is, to go in there and to actually go and play all the games and have a game-centered place. And I know they have all kinds of things they're going with. They want to make gaming competitions, which, to be honest, a lot of people think it's stupid. I think it's very smart, because you have any idea how much advertisement alone for that, how much advertisement revenue they're going to get when they actually do gaming competitions and things like that? I remember in Funko Land in Queens, New York, they used to have gaming competitions that were local, and they did really well. They were actually doing well. It wasn't until they canceled it that couple years after, and boom, it went sour. And I think that's the whole thing. When, you know, seeing KB toy stores close, FAO Schwartz, and FAO Schwartz came back, but it's not the same. Toys R Us closing down. You know, these focus things for digital games, it's really sad, and especially for collectors. And like I explained to you guys, it's hurting also the players. What do I mean by that? You're already seeing them release half-assed games, and they have different versions of the game, and then if you want the complete edition, you got to pay $100, and even that's not complete because they're gonna release more DLC. Already they're ripping us off. But the thing is, the beauty of having a actual physical game is, when, let's say you're selling your PlayStation 4 for a PlayStation 5, let us say it is not backwards compatible. Let us say the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out and it's not backwards compatible. You could sell that system with all the games included with the games, okay, and make your money enough to buy the new system and then some, or just buy the new system, or even help you towards buying a new system. When you have digital, that's my doggy. When you have a digital game, you can't sell it. You can't do anything. You're just going to sell the system itself and you lose all the money. Now, this is by design. I hope you guys understand that. A lot of people who are for digital, what you guys don't get is that this is by design by these, industries, not just to screw you over, because what they want you to do is to buy new games. This way, if it's digital, especially when it comes to the Nintendo Switch, when you're buying a digital game, you're not going to be able to go on, let's say, a site and get something used, like eBay, and buy something used. It's not like you could get a used game and buy it for cheaper. You're always going to have to pay for a brand new game. This is by design, helping them out, but screwing us, the end user, completely out. It kind of reminds me of like when they did with Diablo 3. At first, I made so much money finding all these rares and selling them for actual money. Even Diablo 2 had that, I think, at some point in Diablo 1. And then, of course, when the hackers and whatever got ruined. But then in Diablo 3, no hackers, no nothing. They just terminated it and made the game completely useless because everybody, even after they beat it, wanted to play it more, and it had more, it was catering to the end user, which was great. This thing is not catering to the end user. I know it's a little too much here, but it's not, for that I'm throwing everywhere, but it does make sense because they're screwing the end user in this situation. And everybody's like, well, we like the convenience of not carrying a bunch of cartridges. I agree. Okay, if I wasn't a collector, I wouldn't want to carry a bunch of cartridges with me. I totally get that. And it's convenient to have it on download, but why do they do it that way? Why don't they give you a download code that you can pass off and sell? You know what I mean? Or something like that. They don't let you do that because, again, this is to help them out and screw the end user. Now, a lot of these paid-for reviewers are not going to tell you this because they're getting paid by them to tell you, oh, the digital age is great and blah, blah, blah. It's convenient. There's no doubt about that. But in the long run, it's not going to end. It's not going to aid the end user in any way, shape, or form. That these games that you're buying, you don't even own them because once let's say you erase your Switch, and let's say whatever services they don't offer anymore, whatever, you're not going to have these games. Now, of course, you could hack it and back it up, or hack it and play illegal games or whatever they do. The thing is, the end user gets screwed because he can't sell it with the system. Okay, I remember when I had my Dreamcast. Okay, I happened to have a Dreamcast, and then I bought it again. I told you guys, I felt horrible when I sold it. And I sold it, and I sold all the games with it. I had hard copies of the games. Now, of course, the Dreamcast was hacked silly, even with a self-bootable disc. Yet everyone wanted to buy it, and I got up to $300 for that system with the games that I could buy my other systems. Of course, then I bought it back later on in the years. But the thing is, because I regretted it, but the thing is, you had that option. Today you don't. And these things are becoming more and more rare. Now, when they're closing these companies down, eventually you're gonna start seeing a shift where it's just gonna be digital, and you're not gonna have any physical games to collect, and it's gonna be like some of these games that come to you in an empty cartridge, just so you an empty box, just so you collect the box and whatever, and it comes with a code. Forgot what game did that. It was so stupid. It was so dumb. Unbelievably stupid. And it's things like that that really tick me off. And unfortunately now, 180 to 200 stores are going to be closing down. So if you like your GameStop around your area, be sure to promote them. Be sure to get it out there. Be sure to try to make it, that store that doesn't close down. Now, I am giving GameStop a lot of credit because they're going out there and they're doing their thing, and they're trying to reorganize and redo things so that the company stays, you know, everybody knows it's a sinking ship, but they're trying to make it sink a little bit less every day, that by some miracle from God, the holes will be plugged in and they'll be afloat again. You know, so I don't know. They're trying new things and they're not going down, you know, easy. And that's a good thing, and that's something I appreciate from GameStop. GameStop, to me, I had some bad stores, so I know your bad experiences. But they have a lot of great stores out there, and I hope they don't close down, especially the one in my mall. Really awesome. I really dig it. The one in 71st Continental in Austin Street, a gorgeous, gorgeous one. Really packed with all kinds of merch and stuff, and the people are so attentive, and it's really cool. And you know, it hurts the economy because there's less jobs out there, but you know, you don't see these talented people anymore. And you know, a lot of these people I talk to, and you can have such a conversation with them. You can't do that with Target. You know, when I give you guys some inside information and stuff, I don't just talk to my buddy at Nintendo of America. I go around. I talk to my buddy who is the manager in the GameStop that is in the mall. I know him. I know him personally, and he lets me play games before they're even out, and I do reviews for you guys. But I also speak to the customer service there, to the regular workers there, and the talent there, the knowledge there that you could clearly see. And you're having a conversation, you're talking back and forth, and they reveal some things to you, they don't reveal something, you know, but you talk it over. That kind of stuff I'm going to miss, because you're not going to find that in a Walmart or in a Target or anything like that. You might be lucky to find anybody that knows anything about a video game there. But, you know, you're having a vast amount of, you know, crap. It's like having Crate and Barrel, and some dude is going to talk to you about video games. It's not going to happen. And these places really need to be, I don't know what to say, but like curated. I don't know if that's the right word. But if they brought back FAO Schwartz, an overpriced toy store dump, even though I love it because it has a lot of history, it's overpriced. They should do something for this. They should try to, you know, and they're not going down swinging. So I mean, they're not going down easy. They're going down swinging. So I'm really happy, and hopefully they're gonna stay afloat. They're gonna come out with something. I just don't know. It's like the comic books stores. They disappear. I mean, all these beautiful places are gone right now, and it's sad our kids will not be able to experience that. But, you know, right now, 180 to 200 stores, and I already know so many that are going to close down around my area, because I know the underperformed store, because you could clearly see the ones that do business correctly and the ones that don't are the ones that are deserted the most. And we already had several closings. I already lost about 7 stores from like 25, 40 stores around. You know, we have 40 stores even a little bit deeper, but you could go, you could walk. It is still walking kind of distance, but very deep walk. But around my area, I have like 20 or some odd. I know so many of them are going to close down because I already lost a lot. And I know we're going to close a major one in Woodhaven Boulevard. We had a big one. Is now a glasses store, Vision World or something like that. It went from Funkoland to GameStop, and now GameStop is completely gone from there. So it was a very underperformed store because they had a lot of horrible dealings there, like you guys were complaining before, you were telling me on the video, where they were trying to pressure people to sell and all kinds of stuff like that, and you know, rip off people. But they have good stores out there, and I'm glad these good stores are staying afloat. I just hope around your area that you have your good stores staying afloat. Just make sure you support them, you know, the good stores, that is, and put all your power and love into that. And, you know, you'd be, you know, hopefully we'd get this to stay a little while longer, you know. I love GameStop. The GameStop, my friend, you know, I always say my friend owns. He's the manager, head manager there. But the GameStop there, I absolutely love. I get you guys a lot of info from there. You know, obviously Nintendo of America, I get more. But there, I could play games earlier than they're released. I could tell you guys stuff about it, whether it's worth it to buy or not, before the game even comes out. It's something that is not being, you know, you're not going to be able to do that in many places. I know my buddy in Best Buy, he lets me sometimes do it. It's not the same like GameStop. Okay, so it is what it is, guys. I know Best Buy suffered a blow at one point that they were even trying to take off their displays. You know, they wanted to take off their, you know, the entire try and whatever, because they knew that people were trying it and buying it online, and it was going bad. And then they started to reinvent, and, you know, these sellers that used to never get commission, now they're actually in Best Buy. What happens is they're judged on their performance. So how much they're selling, how much that. So again, they're pressuring their sellers to sell again. So, you know, there's probably some, you know, horrible dealings. But I have some Best Buys that are awesome. awesome around my area, and you see them really trying and they're struggling, and this is the sad reality of it all. So I always say support your neighborhood business that you like, mom and pop shops, all kinds of stuff like that, but definitely GameStop or any store, you know, GameStop that you love out there, and Best Buys that you love out there. You know, it's horrible news, but, you know, we saw this coming. I was telling you this already, you know, years ago, and then a year ago, and then a couple of months ago, and here we are right now. 180 to 200 stores going to be closed nationwide, and I'm sure it's going to be a hell of a lot more afterwards. It's going to just be progressing till eventually there's only a few stores to eventually nothing. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we could grab onto, I mean, if you could see, they're not going down easy, so that's a good thing. So let us help them out as much as we can. Let me know down below what you guys think. Do you have a good experience in your GameStop? If you don't, write it down below. Let me know what's up. I definitely want to hear it. As always, this is an independent channel. This is the people's channel. We own it. This is our channel. So I want to hear what you guys have to say down below. If you like this channel, please support it by liking, subscribing, hitting that bell button, and sharing, so we can make this community grow, so we can give people real information, true information, not paid for by the morons, but real information to make better informed decisions. As you guys comment, this is our channel. You guys comment, you validate or don't validate what I'm saying, and we all together give that customer a chance to make a better informed decision. Anyways, have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye. As always, guys, if you like what you see, self-funded here, be sure to check out all my other stuff, from mini-series to unboxings to technology, you know, and Nintendo reviews and 3D printer reviews and all that good stuff. If you like what you see, the only way you can help the channel is by liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell button. As many more cool videos to come. Definitely want you guys in it, and I want you guys to be vocal. Definitely comment down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.